Warning, this video is intended for audiences who are 13 or older. If you are not 13 or older, please fuck off and tell your parents to moderate what you watch online.
Alright, Tariq, I think this is actually the worst episode of Gotchard by far. Right? We've been talking about Gotchard this entire season about how this show does not make sense or it's not good, but I actually think this is the worst episode of Gotchard. This is the most extremely awkward-paced episode I've ever watched.
It is... I mean, I don't know, because the problem is, when the scale is just the general comparison, right? Like, if you just hold this to the quality of just general television, story writing, narrative, like, structure, right? We're already well past that. But then you look at it through Kamen Rider, and you go, even with the, like, gaps even with the, like, kind of gaps in logic that, like, Kamen Rider can kind of jump over or whatever, okay, it's still got problems, right? But I get that we're operating on a different scale. But at this point, we're not even judging this by Kamen Rider standards, and we're well past judging it by general show standards. We're just judging Gotchard episodes to other Gotchard episodes within its own series. And I don't know that this is the worst among that scale, because it's just all so fucking weird. Like,
this episode is so fucking fast-paced. It is so clever. They were literally just going scene from scene from scene, just checking off boxes. Right? I couldn't believe the pacing of this episode. No one has any time to breathe. And hold on, one character stopped breathing this episode, you know.
Yeah,
right?
Well, you know.
Right, like,
just as she had learned how to breathe, she now no longer can breathe.
Right, I couldn't believe how incredibly off-paced this episode was, right? Because I'm just gonna break it down real quick how this episode goes. Lexus and Spotter are having a talk. Then it cuts to the mystery gang being harassed in public. Cuts to Garyon harassing Ichinose. Cuts to Valvarad fighting Gigas. Cuts to Garyon killing Lactuses. And then you would think that on that beat, that's where the episode... No, and then it just randomly cuts to the gang again on a rooftop with Garyon saying, hey, by the way, somehow in between these two cuts, I have kidnapped Minato. I was like, what? The last scene...
Hold on. Don't forget, don't forget, you skipped past Iron Man Gotchard, Iron Man Valvarad showing up in the middle of that right before we kill Lactuses.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, then we cut to that too. Like, I couldn't believe how much stuff happens literally within this 23. Technically, actually, it's more like 20 minutes, right? Because we have to include the ending and all that, the opening and credits and all that. But the fact that all these story beats just happens one after another with no time to breathe is absolutely insane. This episode for me, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Again, to me, it's just, we're at a point, we're so far past the point of, like, rating this on any kind of scale. Also, I'm looking back at it, like, we also forgot to talk about how Garyon just makes a new Kemi all on his own.
Oh yeah, that's right. And within the same episode, Garyon makes a fucking new Nijigon as well. Right? Oh
yeah.
Hey man, it's Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 49. Hey, the Metal Warrior, the Silver Valvarad. You know, look, Valvarad made his own driver in a cave with a box of scraps. You know, right?
I mean,
you know,
it's pretty fun. It's very funny that, like, Spawner makes this... I mean... God, I guess we'll find out if they make any mention of it in the, fucking, producers' comments things that
Yeah.
are being translated, but like
I can't wait to read this week. Producer comment.
This is like actual like plagiarism levels of like Iron Man ripoff.
Look! It's the big look. The silver suit's the coolest suit. You know, it's all metal and chrome and shiny. You know, right? All right. Hey, we should actually start talking about the actual episode I'm going through now. Hey, how does anyone know where the fuck Spawner is? By the way,
apparently he's in the same place that I mean, he's still at
Fuga's weird fucking hideout.
Yeah, Rene's dad's place, which has been infiltrated multiple times, has shown to not be a fucking like secure location. So I guess it's just as like insecure as it always was. And Laxus just went, well, there's only so many places that he could go to.
Bro, this is not a spotter. Like, this is not a location I associate spotter with. You know, right? It's not. It's like Batman. You know, like, hey, I'm gonna. Hey, we checked the Batcave. We know. We checked the Penguin's hideout. The Joker's hideout. You know, right? Have we tried checking Metropolis? Could Batman be in Metropolis? You know? And everyone's like, no. Why the fuck would he be over there? You know, that makes.
It's one of those things where, at this point, I'm just whenever I get to a point with this show that doesn't make any goddamn sense, I just go, I don't know. I guess fucking alchemy. It's not alchemy, but fuck it. I guess that's how they did it. Maybe they used dowsing and they put a big fucking dowsing rod in it. They got the two stupid little rod thingies, right? That's just walking around. It was just rotating, you know, to try to find or there was a pendulum and they just put it over a map of the city and it just pointed to where to fucking Spawner, but they didn't realize that the place that they put the pendulum over was literally the dad, like Rene's dad's house. Right? Yeah, Spawner is trying to build a new driver, you know, right? He's like, oh yeah, hey, I'm a super A-race alchemist, you know, that also equals to me figuring out how to fucking take apart this fucking advanced piece of card reading, QR code reading machine and figure out how to remake this, you know, right? I was like, I can make this, you know, right? Fuck it, you know, I got a wrench, you know, you know, right? This, you know, right? Wrench, alchemy, it's all the same things, you know. If you think about a piece. A Kamen Rider driver is just a alchemy chemi, you know, right? It's just a mechanical chemi, you know. Yeah, right? I guess. Right. Yeah. He's trying to fix this driver. You know, his argument about how Kyoka made this driver for him, right? But based it off made this driver based off Ichirose's Gotchard igniter is really bad, right? When he's still using the Gotchard driver as a base. You know, right? I mean, which Fuga stated that, hey, I made this for the person who specifically will handle the chemi, which turned out to be once again because in the end the Gotchard driver is still Ichinose. Like everything is just it all ties back. It all leads back. If you just follow the rope, you know, right? It all leads back to him, you know, right? Yeah. So I don't know what Spawner's trying to say about I gotta be myself now. You're still using your. I gotta make my own driver. It's like you mean your own driver attachment because it's still not a real attachment. Like it's still not a real like driver. Like yeah, you're right. Like there's only like we stated last time. There are only two other non-unique drivers in this show, and one of them is in another dimension who's probably never gonna come back and be like, you know, right? Yeah, I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say, Seer Spotter, you know, right? I was like, I don't know what you're trying to say. This is not the point where you work by yourself and discover. It would have been, although all things considered, it would have been dumber if Spawner did make an entire, like, finally made something actually wholly independent. In the second to last episode of the show, that would have been a fucking insane move. Not that I would think that the writers are above it. I just think it would have been just as fucking frustrating. Right, yeah, right, yeah. So he has to build a new driver,
right, or driver to unleash the power of the black flames, which he
Yeah,
realized, hey, I need to exploit these black flames, the
I should
Omicron
probably
starts,
I should probably try to remember that these are a thing, because they keep implying that they're a thing, and so far all that I've been able to prove that I can do with it is generate another Valvarad sword.
right? What else can I generate with my what else can this black flame thing magically create, right?
Yeah. Not a new chemi, it turns out. Can't make new chemis.
Yeah, yeah, that's not what the black flame does. It only can create it creates the other sword. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
meanwhile, fucking Garyon makes a destroy. I don't give.
Yeah,
I
okay.
fucking
Eldoragon, because, haha, get it? It's like El Dorado and Dragon. But also, how the fuck did you make it? How? How did you do that? How did you... You just say that you want to transmute the last piece of the Philosopher's Stone into a new chemi card?
I mean, that's how established these chemis were being made to begin with, right?
Yeah, but it's just like...
But the problem is also, right, the philosopher has not been a MacGuffin this season, right?
No,
like,
it only came up.
Like, no
it only came up very recently when they
right. It only came up when
stones.
but different. I think when Gigas show up, he did say he did use the philosopher's stone to create the original, or
but
to create
the fact of the matter is,
not the chemis, but fuck, was it Gaia Dragon and no
Gaiard
Dragonon?
Yeah, whatever.
The Earth and the Dragon one, right? Whatever. Right?
Yeah.
He did say he did use the Philosopher's Stone to create those. So I guess this is kind of on track, right? He's like, now that he has bought 2/3 of the company's shares, right? He's like, oh yeah, hey, I finally have enough power to make my own decision.
I can finally start divesting our money into trading card games instead of into weapon manufacturing.
Yeah, right. He's like, oh yeah, hey, now that I can now create my own chemis. Yeah, fuck your cards. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own cards, and my cards are just gonna be better than your card. I wrote my card. They can't be tributed. They're unaffected by every other card effect. They have 5,000 attack and defense. Right.
Yeah.
They have everything. Right.
Nothing can be activated in response to their summoning.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna create my own custom cards now. Right. Just making this card like, oh, this was his. But what hey, say what you want about Garyon, right? Him as a villain, but this guy has plans on plans. He's like, as soon as one plan goes on, he's like, he's already back up. He's already started.
Garyon's resilient. If nothing else, you've got to admire the grind that Garyon has. Of he truly is working, even if it is like just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks. He is throwing so much spaghetti. He's got oodles. He's running on oodles of noodles right now.
Right, look, he realized, as long as he can just keep buying a new domain, right? Or at least until his credit card company cancel his credit card, he's like, oh yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna keep buying websites, right? One of these websites will stick, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy how he immediately, his big plan of, I'm gonna build a giant gold pendulum machine that's powered by my fake daughter, that's powered by your real daughter. That he means like, fuck that.
Whatever I need to. Look, I just need gold, okay? I've got some guys who I owe some money to real bad, and I need to get that gold now.
Right, he's like, fuck that plan. That plan was stupid anyway, But this plan, look, I got it this time, right? He's like, fuck. I just can't believe how fast he's immediately. He's just like, man. I was like, he doesn't even try to reinvent or try to use the pendulum planning. He's like, that fucking sucks. I moved on, right?
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
If I can't do it, then that's fine.
Yeah, I look. If I can't sell chicken, I'll sell fish. Right?
Yeah, and if I can't sell fish, I'll sell pork.
Right, I was like, look, as long as something sells, it was right. But yeah, then it cuts to, there's still a fucking amalgam. Sure, I don't fucking this scene is so fucking insane when the mystery, the alchemy gang
just finds the kids. The alchemy gang finds a dude who's still, because I guess, again, I feel like we didn't do enough to close off the thing that Gaia
I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. Has this guy been a character? Right, because he's not because this isn't the gang member from
it's
3 episodes ago.
Yeah. Hold on, let's
Right, I was
see.
like, oh, is this just like a leftover from Galia's plan? She's like, oh yeah, just right. Like,
Well,
I
he's
don't know
got
what
the he's got like the fucking. Let's see. I want to go to it because it's
this
like
is
the
the
Anomalocaris amalgam. I just don't remember when we saw it because I remember us when we saw the card.
right. I was like, man, where the fuck did this Malcolm guy? This is just so. This guy, whatever he's doing, is so fucking inconsequential to what the fuck is going on right now in like the show, right? It's like
Yeah.
it's like sure, I guess we'll focus on you. You know, right? And then for the first time, the general public does not decide to run away. You know,
Yeah.
right? As this
Okay,
this creature.
we first saw this amalgam in episode 32 when Gigas first showed up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so they defeated look
And then now we have to deal with the real thing, which is, oh hey, the people still hate us, the world is still fucked up.
the general public, you know,
yeah.
right? But remember
look,
Saina? She's still here, you know.
she's still a character.
She and Kajuki still actually are choosing to go to school, you know, right? Like, hey, congratulations,
they're still going to school. Kajuki is still in a relationship with a grown woman outside of high school. Seina is also here, and I guess she also got her memories back, which makes sense, but she's had nothing to do or say about anything since then.
right.
And
then
now,
this is when this episode, this bit finally got to us when Ichinose and also we can't forget the daughter and the
the
dad
daughter
from
from the
and they're still back and hey,
from
stop
the
that.
X-Rex episode, which honestly,
Right. See,
if
here's
anybody
the-
has an
then
actual
also-
complaint, it's the one that got eaten by a fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Right, but here's my problem with this, right? With just like the general story, like the daughter comes up and he's like, "Hey, stop that! Stop harassing the Kemis. All the Kemis do is want to become friends." When I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?" This is right because that's the thing. Like, what if each of these big dream goals or whatever was be like, "Oh no, that humans and Kemis can live in peace." But throughout this entire season, this has not been a thing, right? Going back to how I think what they should have done with this show was made it the Lilo and Stitch show, right? Where they try to find a Kenny's one true. This is what this show should have been from the beginning, where they just were like to establish the actual right relationship of humanity and Kenny living apart, you know, right? Right, but you still keep the unease of the public. I'm still not sure about these Kennys, but you know, we'll give them a probation period, you know. Right, or then Galia comes in and fucks with all the Kennys to make the public actually untrustworthy. This is what the show should have been since the beginning. But the daughter just come in and be like, "Hey, no, stop bullying the Kennys. The Kenny just wants to be our friends."
Right.
Yeah, they're only
Sure.
the Kennys are only friends to like let's see, hold on, let's see. So we got Ichinose, Rine, Spawner, I guess, Renge, Sabimaru, Mina. What was that? 6 people? The Kemis are only friends with 6. Oh, hold on, Kyoka, don't forget Kyoka. I guess the Kemis are cool with her, you know. 7 people at most the Kemis are only cool with, you know. Right? Like, this argument of like trying to promote a human Kemi is fucking terrible within the show. When the show has done no actual thing to show that hey, the Kemis actually wants to live with people. You know, right? Because the only thing we've seen the Kennys do in the show is just harass the general public, and then the Alchemist Society.
Well, we did have Sabo Needle.
And then the Alchemist Society come in and mind wiping them afterwards. You know,
Sabo Needle had its own sad little story.
Oh man, why? Oh man, where's the sad little boy to come in and be like, "Hey, stop!"
Yeah, that honestly, well, he's probably still being whipped by his dad to study more. Remember how that was a whole plot line?
Yeah. Like, the whole argument of trying to have Kemis, people trying to live together in peace is so invalidated in the show, right? Like, this has not been an actual plot point, like, focus element of the shows involving the Kemis. Like, all the Kemis are just like, hey, man, we capture you, and you're going sent to the PC, you know, I'm never going to fucking use you again, you know? Right?
Yeah.
It's like every Pokemon, it's like when you go to a new route, you know, you encounter a new Pokemon, like, wow, this Pokemon's pretty fucking cool. Alright, I guess I'm gonna send you to Professor's old PC and not use you for like the rest of the game, you know, right? I already picked out the 6 Pokemon I'm gonna be using this playthrough, you know, right? Yeah, but it's just fucking crazy. But look, the mob is too strong. Everyone was like, alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, of course, it's because the power of Cole Sprouse showing up once again to fucking rile up the crowd.
Yeah, who has somehow become a second, fourth, tertiary antagonist within the show.
He's just. I
Sure.
mean, I think it would be funny if, because we, again, talking about characters coming back randomly, and once we realized who the fuck, what's his name, Tachan,
Yeah.
like, it would have been funny if the girl that he broke up with, that like had the whole Zukun vampire.
Oh yeah, that's
thing,
I forgot about
if
her
she
too.
came back, if she came back and said, "Don't listen to him. He almost made me kill myself." Like, she just showed up and
Oh,
canceled him right in front of everyone.
right? She has the text to prove it to him. Like, don't listen to this guy. That would be great. Yeah. Yeah, but then and there's something. Hey, bad idea. You know, hey, this group. Don't worry. Leave it to two high school kids and two young adults to hold off this crowd. You know, you guys run, right?
Yeah, we've got it. We'll cover you so you can escape. Not the two people that can trade. I mean, to be fair, we did have the return of Rene's convenient. Oh, I can't transform because I have to charge up my belt thing. Show up. So
Yeah,
she
you know,
doesn't
I
actually
guess
get
that's
to.
a-
She's not able to do anything this episode, but Hotaro can literally turn into any number of forms, especially the wild forms, and fly the fuck away and probably take Rene with him. I don't
Right,
see how this.
right. Also, the mom that starts. I'm rewatching this. I didn't realize, but the mom also starts chasing after because the father and the daughter starts running with the
Yeah,
the mystery gang. I was like, oh, now there's a straight up a 9, 10-year-old, 8-year-old girl that's also
Yeah,
just
a
in
violent
danger as
mob
well.
ensues.
Right, that's chasing after a literal child. I was like, boy, yeah, this is not good, you know. Right, I was like, oh man, you just, hey, yeah, you should actually transform right now, you know. People need this. You're actually in a hostile situation right here, right?
You
This
are
is actually not-
you are just 5 steps away from being drawn and quartered.
right, yeah. But yeah, hey, Gigas finds out, hey, right, because I can at least, right, explain that Gigas knows where the fuck Spawner is. You know, he's like, oh yeah, hey, you have a piece of my black flame in you.
Yeah,
I
I can sense you, boy. The power of the
Yeah,
force.
I can
is
find
strong
you.
with
You know, hey, that's my symbiote. You know, give it back. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
He actually knows where Spawner is, and be like, hey, come fight me. You know, and we gotta settle this. I was like, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot this is. Yeah, I forgot that we each of our main character have to fight a specific very specific Abyssal King. You know, that's the rivalry we put up between them. You know, right? Yeah, really weird that we made that we made the female Abyssal King fight the female rider. You know, for some reason. I was like,
I mean, hey, we've still had there's still Clotho. She could fight against somebody, a guy. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But yeah, Gigas. Hey, yeah, we gotta settle this, man. We gotta fight, you know, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I want my black flames back, or something,
Yeah.
you know.
Listen, if you're gonna go around using my power, you better learn how to use it right. And fucking Spawner's like, I don't actually want to use your power, but if I have to, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll fucking do it.
Yeah, the mystery gang is hiding out. You know, they managed to escape the giant mob, right? And so they're like, oh man, hey. Oh yeah, Ichiro, don't you actually have family members to go home to? Like,
Yeah,
actually,
hey, maybe
why don't you go
check. Why don't you go home to your actual home that you can hide at? Why are you going
Right,
around
you know?
walking the streets?
Yeah, we can all just go to the alchemy academy that now we decide to buy a lock for, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Hotaro goes home and
stranger danger. Somebody's
I
inside.
love he also takes the time to change out of clothes, you know, which makes sense. Right? He can't go home wearing this alchemy.
Well, to be fair,
in front of his
it's
mom.
they change clothes with the power of alchemy magic. Once again, it's one of those things where you just have to go. It doesn't make any sense. Alchemy, just alchemy. Hey, is there?
I don't
Does
know.
it not make
His
sense?
mom can't
Alchemy.
see him. His mom can't see him wearing his little cosplay outfit. You know, she'll think he's a fucking loser with no future. You know, right? If he comes in wearing his stupid little D&D outfit, you know, right? But
Yeah.
Garion's here. Yeah, you know, he's like, oh, I've been waiting for you. Yeah, nice house. You know, right? Yeah, hey, yeah.
Ooh,
I know
nice
where
place
you
you
live.
got here. Sure would be a shame if something were to happen to it.
Yeah, oh, we were saving everything just magically turned into gold, you know?
Yeah.
I bet that'd be such a
Oh
major
man.
inconvenience for you. You
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah. Sure. Sure hope you don't have a problem with redecorating.
Right? Yeah. Hotoro's mom comes home. I was like, Hotoro's mom comes home, right? And but here I'll visit. I'll be like, oh, hey, I'm just leaving. Don't worry, you know. Don't worry. I just came to say Holtor's a good kid, you know. Bright future ahead of him.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, right?
I'm actually his teacher. That's you've never seen before. I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm the science lab
man.
teacher.
Garyon needs an entire like 6-song diss track. Where's the Kendrick like tirade on Garyon, because I don't trust him around young people.
Look, all he wants to do with young people is harvest their body to use as an energy source for his gold device, you know, right? Yeah,
Bad thing.
but yeah, hey, but now that the Valvarad suit is gone, hey, don't worry. Hey,
We
look,
have the
now
old
that
Valvarad suit.
Now that Kamen Rider Valvarad is done for, we still have Kamen
Common
Senshi
Senshi Valvarad.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
remember
hey,
that?
hey,
Hey,
I kind
and
of miss.
it,
I
it
kind of
could be
miss
a
that
cool
outfit,
moment.
you know,
Yeah.
right? Because I realized that outfit was just very good because it stands out by itself, you
Yeah,
know, before it became
it,
a cop.
it was just
Right,
dirty, but like other than that, yeah, it had its own design like scheme working. And then
right, you know,
rather than have a
yeah,
moment where Lachesis, because again, don't forget, Lachesis has her own fucking Valvarad. Also, okay, so this implies that the entire time that Spotter has had his little Valvarad wrench sword, and we knew this, right? That there were two of them, but the Valvarad wrench
yeah,
sword is still also just a transformation device that he could have used at any point in time to do a lesser form transformation. I understand that
yeah,
he's
but
still
he
gonna
doesn't want
lose
to.
no matter what. It's just very funny to
Yeah,
me that he just had this on like hand of his own.
I mean, look, if you think about it, right, Kamen Rider Valvrad was the upgrade for, and he did the thing that we always say. Why doesn't Ichigo just start off every fight as Rainbow Gotchard? You know, he's been
Yeah,
starting off every like
as
Spotter has
Kamen Rider Valvarad.
actively
Yeah,
right.
he
He has been starting at his most powerful form this entire time. You know, right ever
yeah.
since he got it. Right, and it's still that good, you know. And of course, as common senshi value, he means eat shit, you know, and it's over
Yeah,
for him.
once again L take, completely wiped out. Laxus tries to do it, another L take, shot in the hand. Ow, can't hold the
Yeah,
wrench sword
doesn't even
anymore.
get a chance to transform her, which I like to think that they somehow lost the Lexus
The
version of the suit
the
somehow, you
oh
know,
yeah,
right?
and
That's
then
what I would like to.
and then we see for the first time ever Spawner manifest his like chemis outside of the fucking like form and just drive away in this fucking Hot Wheels car that he apparently can summon at will.
I mean, he summoned out the Mac Wheel Wild Form before.
I don't think he's ever summoned out Mad Wheel at
No, because
fucking
wasn't it the
Ichinose.
episode when Ichinose was trapped by the three and he just came crashing in through the wall? Right? Because
I'm
I think
pretty
he
sure
did that.
I'm pretty sure that
Or was that
Ichinose.
Mad Pirate? Or was
Yeah,
that Mad Pirate
it
that
was
he...
Mad Pirates like mixed
Oh, was it
together.
Mad Pirate that
Yeah,
he crashed through the wall with?
I
'Cause
don't think
remember-
he's ever. Yeah, I don't think that Spawner has ever once manifested a single chemi outside of like outside of just using them in the fucking Valvarad driver or
Right, yeah, okay,
Valve
yeah.
Rush or whatever.
Yeah. I guess we have never seen Mad Wheel as the Wild Form, which by the way, this thing car just has a fucking harpoon gun
I guess,
and a
or Gatling
machine.
gun. Again, it's a fucking Hot
Right,
Wheels
no,
Fast
there's a
and
Gatling
Furious
gun.
car.
There's a Gatling gun on the side, but on the top, that is either a harpoon gun or a laser gun. You know, right? I'm just looking
Which
at
do
this
you?
fucking thing.
I mean, hey, look. Which one would you rather it be? A laser or a harpoon gun? Because I think
Oh,
that
man.
it's you can leave it up to interpretation, and it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. Because that's
Right,
the
but
kind of
yeah.
show we're dealing with at this point.
Yeah, but Railroad uses escape. He realizes, oh boy, this is not good for me. Me and my almost real girlfriend are about to die. You know,
Yeah.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you know, right?
hop in the wheels, babe. I gotta go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They escape.
Anyway, yeah, and then Hotaro gets a call. He's still at his goddamn house with his mom, and then he runs away without, once again, being a bad son and not explaining goddamn anything.
Look, he doesn't have time, right? He doesn't have time to explain it, explain to her, right? About the whole alchemy society and all its rules and weird stuff, right? He doesn't have time to explain about the gold man who took over the organization, right? The three old men, one of them died, got turned into literal dust, right?
Yeah.
And he doesn't have time for any of that stuff to explain
There's
to
nothing
his
else
mom
left.
about
Yeah,
it.
it's really weird. There's like the gold situation is really bad.
Right.
Anyway, and then once again, as you were saying, in the pacing of the show, we're cut straight back to the tender moment of fucking Spawner tending to Lacus's wound and her raising all of the red flags, purple, you could say, purple flags of, oh man, what are you gonna do after the war ends? Well, I'm gonna go home to my family and I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna propose to that girl I got back home, and we're gonna have a bunch of kids and a white picket fence.
Yeah, hey, yeah, no, Kotos finds that, and she's like, yeah, hey.
Don't worry, Koto's here to kill. That ain't gonna happen.
Realize that everything is kind of her fault, right? Now that she's thought about it, right?
Yeah.
Going back to what we were saying with her last episode, how she kind of realized that, hey, for the first time, playing both sides, she did not come out on top,
No,
right?
she came out on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to point out my favorite part of this whole scene, though. And I thought about texting you when I watched it because it made me laugh out loud. The fucking, what is it, 11/16 when
this is when Gigas show up?
When Gigas shows up and he just spawns, he just glitches around on the ground. It's so great.
I was watching, this is so fucking funny.
I have rewound that scene like 4 times, and now I'm watching it again, and I'm rewinding it again like 5 for 5th and 6th time because it's just so funny. There's no effect to it. He's just popping around on the fucking ground, and it's amazing.
He actually just jump scares him. It's so fucking, I know, it's fucking great. Also, I guess, hey look, Kotos realizes, hey, she doesn't have the job with Galia anymore, or Garyon, or anyone. She's like, I'm just gonna steal the Dread Driver, fuck it.
Yeah, well, if nobody else was gonna hold on to it, I mean, also, Garyon doesn't need it anymore because, once again, Garyon has somewhere a bunch of Dread Troopers. Don't know where they are, but they're out there.
Yeah, but hey, whenever Kamen Rider Dread, it's back. The Dread suit's back.
Yeah, the Dread suit's back, and we have my favorite weapon once again, Big Stick. Big Stick is here.
Boy,
Clotho's here with her most powerful form, Big Stick.
Boy, I love how fast Gigas just threw that shit away. Like as soon as she did like her little spin.
I mean, it was a cool. Hey, she did a spin trick. She hit the splits real hard. I thought that was pretty impressive. I was like, damn, that's a fucking sick ass move. And then he just picks it up and he goes, "Get this shit out of my way. What the fuck is this stick?
What the fuck is that? What is that the stupidest
literally,
move ever?
Literally bends her over.
Do you have?
Literally bends her over a barrel and starts hitting her in the back. It's fucking savage.
It's so fucking funny. He just fucking immediately knocks that stick. And then of course, hey, the Dread suit. Man, remember we thought the Dread suit?
Hold on. And then he just wipes her off the board. He just warps her away. Again, Gigas really feels like he should have been a way more powerful enemy. And then we got to the other ones, we're like, oh, that's pretty impressive. And then I forget, oh yeah, Gigas can just warp wherever the fuck he wants and warp people into the fucking volcano if he wants. Yeah. Why isn't he doing that?
Yeah, but don't worry, look, he says, hey, Cosmos, go to the beach, Right, hey, take a day, you need to go on vacation.
It's summer,
You should take United and go to Australia. Go check out the wild Australian beaches.
Go play with some koalas. Go play with some koalas. I won't tell you about the thing they have.
Don't pet the wild koalas, Right, but yeah, it's just
use protection if you pet the koalas.
Yeah, it's just funny how Consul just immediately gets written out. I was like, oh man, we talk about character just walking off
Yeah,
the
like
episodes,
fucking
you know,
Spawner, for instance. Who
right?
again? There's a point at the end of this episode that I really want to hit, which is another. We see the return of a new running like goddamn pattern with Spawner that is just insane that it happens all this time. But
But
anyway,
yeah,
yeah. Spawner gets his ass kicked, as is his fate and destiny. It's all he can do. It's all he knows.
he can't beat Amaterasu. You know,
Yeah,
Amaterasu is too fucking.
it's all
It's too
consuming.
fucking
The
strong.
flames never stop burning.
Yeah, and then I guess Spotter finally realized that he should not let the flame take over his body and accept the flame in his body. I'm not very sure what he's trying to go with. He's like, oh yeah, man, these flames fucking suck. But maybe if I'll just embrace these flames, you know, it won't be as bad. I won't. Maybe I'll experience first degree burns faster
I
or
guess
whatever.
if I'm not afraid of the fire, then the fire can't burn me. A famous thing that all firefighters teach children.
Yeah, you know, look. It's just like the Human Torch, you know. I
Oh
understand.
God.
I will master the flames. You
Yeah.
know, right? And yeah, and I guess. Hey, look, you know what's the opposite of a purple black flame is? Silver. You know, it's
Sure.
this weird. It's this. It's this, and then with the power and also with the power of alchemy, right? He creates a driver. What was it? No, he doesn't create a driver. He creates an attachment for the driver. Going to the fact that how no
Yeah.
one is getting a unique driver. You know, right?
I do
Right?
like how he
Or,
takes the incomplete driver slash driver attachment, which is just a bunch of wires and like a motherboard and stuff. Like because again, it's
that
not
they just glue on top of the gotcha driver.
it's
as
not
a prop.
alchemy.
Oh, yeah.
It's just fucking. That's actual technology. You're using actual technology, and then the power of the black flames apparently just makes the cover. Like honestly, they probably, as far as props go, they probably built the actual driver, like the driver attachment first, and then they just took the skin, like the cover off, the plastic off of it, and went, "There's your prop. It's done."
It's fucking great. Yeah, it's the Valvarad. So, boy, once again, going back to how man they cannot. Boy, I was complaining last week's episode with the Twilight Majade card, but holy fuck! Now there's another fucking reset. Oh,
Yep.
Jesus Christ! Well, how many times can I keep fucking reskating? Now there's the. I think these are. Well, I don't even know what the subtext for these for Valvarad's cards are even fucking
Okay,
called.
well,
Honestly.
all right. So I'm looking at this driver, which also it's not just a reskin. I guess it's technically more Valvarad themed on its own, and it's not just the igniter where it has like a Valvarad mode and a
Oh no!
fire
Wait,
Gotchard
and then
mode.
they actually made a new. They actually made a new faceplate. Like this is actually.
Yeah.
Unlike the Majade, the Majesty, Twilight, whatever the fuck. Right,
Yeah,
which is just
Majesty
straight up a
driver, which is
repaint.
just a
That was a
repaint,
repaint.
yeah.
That was a literal
Right.
repaint. They actually
Or
went
the
through
igniter,
effort of
which was just yeah.
right.
Or the
Yeah, I
igniter, which
was
was
amazed
just
that
a
they
copy
actually
thing, yeah.
made. Yeah, that they actually made a new face driver attachment, right? All right, what the fuck? All right, let's find out what the fuck are these. Do we have a name for these? For
I
Valvarad's
think they
fucking version?
are. I wanna say that they're like, they're like like I don't know, Kuragane cards. Hold on, I'm looking at it. Metal
Oh, yeah,
Mad Wheel and Metal Dione. That's what they are called.
Oh, okay, so these are the metal cards. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Yeah. So
Sure.
now once again,
Sure.
so
Fuck
now
it.
that yeah, boy, look, once again, Bandai Toei realized that hey, kids love buying. If you just keep reskinning, they could keep reskinning these fucking 101 Kamies into the end of time. You know, they're like, oh fuck, this is the greatest thing we ever came up with. Holy shit, you know, right? Once again, so I assume after it's gonna release another fucking booster pack set of all the Kemi cards
Well-
with the metal repaint skin. You know,
I mean, will they
Right.
only do that? Will they do them with? See, now the question is, are they going to do it for all of them, or are they only going to do them for the Valvarad cards, like the 6 that he has?
I feel like this should not take long if you give whoever the fuck was like, yeah, just at least I feel like the Twilight cards have actually they have to go through effort, right? You know, of reskinning, but with the metal cards, all they do is just put fucking chrome the shit out of this card and add.
Yeah,
some
I mean that's
plates.
true because it doesn't even say anything different
me,
next to it.
let me rewatch. I'm trying to read because they do
Yeah,
show.
they don't say
Mad Wheel.
anything different. Like
Yeah, they do show Mad Wheel and Dione transforming.
Dione?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh no, so now the cards become silver, but all the cards also get like the flame effect added on. Yeah, this
okay.
you give this to an intern. Don't they can reskin the shit out of this. This is like a two.
Yeah.
They can do this in like 2 days. They can reskin all 101 card, and then all they do is add they turn all the eyes to
flame
purple.
effect. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fucking an intern will do this. We'll do this like within like 2 days, and then they can send this off to print, Yeah, it's easy. But yeah. So we get Kamen Rider. So this is not So you would think this would be, like how Majade is Twilight Majade because she uses the Twilight cards, right?
Right.
You would think, okay,
so this might be
he uses the
flame
metal
Valvarad.
card.
Yeah, or metal Valvarad.
Yeah, or metal flame.
Something like that.
Right?
Nope.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
this is not what it is.
Technically, because Kurogane is a word for steel in Japanese, it is Valvarad steel, right? Like, it is kind of like the Kurogane, the Full Metal fucking...
Yeah, but it's still here. Look, I still think one of the worst trends in Kamen Riders, right? It's Kamen Rider whose name are literally just their names, right?
I mean, it doesn't help that he's now Kamen Rider Valvarad, which Valvarad was already taken from the Valvarad of the Kamen Senshi. So it's already not a unique name there. And now it's Kamen Rider from the form that I had before that is also just my last name.
Right, yeah. Look. He's a super A-rank alchemist, not a super A-rank a namer, right? He's like, oh man, I'm not paid for that part, right? Hey, look, and you want me to transform this fucking some chemicals, whatever, right? I can do that, but look, me come up with a name, hey, I'll leave that to the fucking nerds, There's a reason why everything's named in Latin, right? I'll give it to some guy that knows Latin. He'll come up with some stupid name for this shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, hey, I hate this suit. This suit fucking sucks. Right.
It is... this goes back to complaints I had about Metal Cluster Hopper in 01, where it's like, there's something about all silver, like a almost all silver suit with just slight, like, dabs of color, of one specific color, where it's too monochromatic, and it's just such a weird, like, thing to have as a... It just... Especially for this season, it just doesn't, like, work as a suit, because it just doesn't fit the theme of any of the, like, alchemy stuff, because now we're getting
what do you mean? Look,
somehow...
look, it's, what do you mean, it's lore accurate. You know how alchemists kept trying to make gold, but they kept fucking up and making silver? It's like that. Yeah, right?
Sure, I guess.
Right, I think look, I didn't realize it first, because my problem first, I didn't know how the suit is bad, right? Because I was like, I thought the suit was just monocolor, like this entire suit was just pure silver.
Yeah.
Right, but there are actual, like, white bits on this suit.
Yeah, white and pink shit, yeah.
Right, I was like, but it wasn't until they did close-up this that I realized, oh, wait, there are actual, like, breaks in this suit, right? I don't know, like, this suit, I don't know. This suit does not work. I think the purple bit should have been way more well-defined, right? Because that's the right?
Like, accentuated or something.
Right, like Metal Custard, right? Even though Metal Custard was just a pure silver, it's still out, because I'm looking up at the image of Metal Custard again, right? I haven't opened another tab. Like, there's still, like, you still see the yellow from the 01, like, the yellow highlighter bits that are still predominantly, you could, it's like, from afar, like, even from afar, you can tell that, oh, hey, there are color besides silver on this suit.
Right.
But I don't know why they decided to use white as, like, a color break. You cannot see that with silver, especially in the fucking lights. Right? That's even worse.
Especially with this being shot on an overcast day where it's the active background of, like, the sky is also, like, bleeding into all of Valvarad as well. Like, it is, like, he's becoming muted with the background.
Right. Yeah. But But yeah, so Kurogane finally accepts the Black Flame, and the Black Flame gave him a scouter to
And the
track
Black
Gigas'
Flames also became silver. Yes, but now he is Iron
Yeah.
Man and he can shoot beams from his hands just like Iron Man. He has an
Yeah,
eye
had,
reticle
look,
just
the
like
power,
Iron Man.
Look, this is what alchemy has been leading. It turns out alchemy just fucking sucks in
He
this
has
show.
a
And they
backpack,
realized that
jetpack, like a
technology,
Gundam.
and they realized that technology is just straight up better. You know,
Yeah.
right? Isn't it crazy how this fucking suit, right? The Valvarad Kurogane just has like a fucking eye tracker. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He just became the Terminator. It's really weird. Like there's a whole
Also,
like clinking noise that he makes when he walks
Yeah,
too.
no,
Like he's
I
a
was
fuck-
gonna talk about that too. Every time he moves, there's just weird fucking. Oh, boy, this much fucking sucks inside. If he right, the fact that it's cranking, like you see, that means he's actively having to move, like physically move his body within the suit. You know,
Yeah.
like against, like they're metal, just like hey, like he's trying to move his arm, and the suit's like, no, I want to keep my arm down. The suit should not. This arm should not bend 75 degrees, you know, like he's actively fighting the suit, right? Like that's like the only reason why there has to be all the like these weird metal clanking sound as he's moving, right? Because the suit
Right.
is actively fighting itself with friction within it to
yeah,
move.
all of the like rotors and stuff are like actively like pushing against it. But yeah, okay,
Yeah,
cool. He kills Gigas. Wow, cool, awesome. Power
but
black flames that are actually silver
I also
flames.
forgot to mention. I don't know. They should have also just repainted the Valva Crusher at this
yeah,
point.
the swords.
Why is
Yeah,
it so?
Nope, the swords are the
I don't
same.
know why
Again, it's just
Right,
like
like-
I said with Valvarad. He's just been carrying around the common sense transformation device as a fucking like weapon that he uses, and he just has
Yeah.
chosen to never go back to it.
Right, yeah, it's just like, oh yeah, you would think they would repaint the swords here too, but no, they don't. They don't, because this sword actually just looks so much out of fucking place as he's holding when he's in Valvarad Kurogane form, you know, right? But you know, hey, but you know what? Hey, I will say the finisher pretty fucking cool, you know,
Yeah.
right?
2 swords to the chest, and then I kick you in the chest with the swords.
Yeah, I kicked the swords through the chest. I think that is a hardcore finishing move to get rid of Gigas. Like, all right, I'll give you that much, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Speaking of getting rid of Gigas, hey, look, now that Gigas is dead, we've got one more piece of Philosopher's Stone on the table now. Oh, look.
Yeah, well, once again,
who's that?
no one immediately tries to
No
grab
one
it.
tries
They
to
just
jump
let-
in there and get it, especially now that they actively know that that is a thing that Garyon will definitely come to get.
Yeah, now they know that that's a thing. You know, like the first time when they first saw Jermaine, right? He's like, oh man, what's that weird pink thing that's floating around? And like,
Well, no,
yeah,
with
that's right.
Gaia with Gaia was the first one, because Jermaine just got turned into fucking Garyon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Right, but now they're like, oh, they actually do not grab the little pink the pink shard that comes out.
Yeah.
They're too busy. They're too busy being perplexed. They're just standing there like, oh man, is that a dark Nijigo? Like,
Did someone
I feel like
repaint
you guys-
Nijigon?
I feel like you guys should be way more active instead of just letting this thing fly around. You know, right?
I wish that
they
there had
let
been
that thing.
I wish there had been a fight between Eldoragon and Nijigon. Eldoragon and Nijigon. That's how I'm gonna Eldoragon. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna say it.
Right.
If
No, I'm pretty sure
Eldoragon and
that's gonna
Nijigon
happen.
fought each other like little fucking like goddamn Bakugan toys, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, I realized they actually do not have like a physical prop of this thing.
Oh yeah,
right?
no.
Like there's
when
no
Lachesis eventually catches it, what she catches is a giant CGI toy.
Yeah, that some college student made. You know. Right?
That is conveniently
That they got from-
when she holds it in her hands, it is conveniently outside of the frame of the screen, so you can't really see it like not really like clipping in and out of her hands.
Right? It show how like this like I have to say this thing was made at the last minute, not because of how to. They don't even have like a physical on-set prop of this. Like they literally came and was like, oh yeah, we gotta this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then-
like there is no physical prop of this. Yeah.
And then it all leads
hey.
up to, hey, Garyon shoots Lachesis. Spawner's
Yeah,
real girl is dead.
it was that simple this entire time, you know, right? Now, hey, now that she's human, she can experience the number one thing of humanity, being shot, you know, right? Also,
And
Klothos
then-
came back from the beach.
Yeah, Klothos
by the
here,
way,
somehow
during this-
she crawled back from the beach and made it in time just to watch her sister get shot again. Another sister dead right in front of her eyes.
Yeah. Hold on. This sister actually dead in front of her eyes, right? She's
Yeah.
actually here to witness this sister
That's
die.
true. Yeah.
Right? But yeah, Garon got his wish. He got all three. He's like, oh yes, now I have complete share of the company. I now
Yes,
own
no one
everything of the company.
I can take the company off the market and go private. I'm gonna call this now. It's no longer the Abyssalists. It's no longer the Abyssalists Kings. It's now the X Kings.
The Golden X King, because I gotta put
Yeah.
gold in there,
Yeah.
right? And then
And then, hey,
Laxus has
now
some
we
weird
cut-
human vision.
Yeah,
you
now
know,
we
like,
have
oh,
Lachesis. Lachesis finally gets to share the dream she always had if she had become human. Wow, it's exactly what we always thought is just, oh, I wish I could fall in love with a charming guy who has a cool motorcycle and a leather jacket, and it's you, Spawner. What the fuck else did you... Yeah, okay. Yeah, she wanted to bang you, dude. I'm sorry, you real doll's dead now, and you're never going to be able to feel...
Yeah.
But hey, at the same time...
But you know what?
Once again,
Hey, but you know those stupid veil? Hold on. But you know what? You know those stupid veil that they had since the beginning of the show, and then they stopped using midway throughout the show because they realized what a fucking inconvenience it was to frame it every single time for the actress.
Yeah,
To like
it works
to like
perfectly
perfectly censor.
it works perfectly for funeral garb.
Yeah, they finally get to use the stupid veil one more time.
But here's
you
the
know?
thing. Here's the thing. Here's my real point. Once again, Spawner walks away from the battlefield completely unaccompanied or supervised, just is allowed to walk off into the distance by himself to wherever the fuck he may go. This time, though, with a still slightly warm Lachesis corpse, who knows what he's going to do with that body.
Mm-hmm. Right. Also, I don't know where he is going. I assume he is going back to Fuga's household, which I guess Fuga gave him the keys.
I want to think that he's going to immediately get Lachesis' body cremated.
Right? But then this goes back to my problem of this episode. Like, you would think this is how you end the episode.
That would seem like the end, and then we just cut to some amount of time later, there's a giant floating fucking golden Rubik's Cube in the sky. We don't know how it got there or why. Sky. Yeah. Now then everybody knows where to meet Garion. He's there. Yeah, Kyoko's there for some goddamn reason.
Yeah. Spotter got over his dead girlfriend real quick,
Yeah, I mean, look, she wasn't yet a real human, so since she wasn't completely human yet, he's not that bent out of shape about it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time for Garion's big plan, which is, hey, look, I've got my own driver. It's just the Dread driver with an attachment and a repaint. I've got my own car.
Yeah,
it's just
I'm amazed that they managed to design the cube, his stupid little fucking Rubik's Cube into this thing, right?
Yeah, I mean...
I think it's real fucking funny,
Yeah,
right?
I don't really get why it's there, but hey, whatever. Whatever floats
your fucking boat. Yeah, and it's Kamen Rider El Dorado. Fuck it. Why? Holy shit. Why is it... Now, I'm ignoring the fact that the last villain is a Kamen... I don't care at this point. People keep complaining about how the last villain of Reiwa era now is Kamen Rider.
He's always Kamen Rider?
I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
I don't care. This is literally the second to last... This is... Why is he doing this and this? I feel like this should have been a thing... maybe I'm missing it. Maybe in the movie, this is what Garia has been planning to. Maybe there's like a sketch of the El Dorado driver or some shit.
So do you not know that there is that in the movie he turns into a Kamen Rider?
Yeah, no, but that's the problem. That's a different Kamen Rider. It's a different suit.
There's Kamen Rider Eld, and then there's Kamen Rider El Dorado.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like oh my god, why? Like why is this not just the Eldor? Why isn't this his part just like, oh yeah, I stole my future self's driver, and now I get to use it. He's not gonna need it. He's in the future, right? But Minato is becoming a golden soldier or into a statue of gold.
Also, I really have to point out that the fucking Eld suit is. You can see under the chest piece that there is definitely still the Dread like torso there, but they just took this giant fucking like other thing and just slapped it on top of it.
Oh, I remember the X Rex's chest piece. 'Cause that's what people. I think that's
Is
what
that
people
what that
said.
is?
That's what. Yeah, it's the
God,
chest piece from X Rex, or from X Rex 4.
Oh god, that's
Right.
so much worse. Oh, I hate it.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of large and obnoxious, right? His chest piece. I feel like his chest was more flat. It would look right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, but yeah, I fucking hate the fact that we're fucking getting El Dorado within like the last. But not only
Yeah.
is this the last, this is like the last 30 seconds of the episode. He was like, by the way, the main. I was like, oh sure, fuck, this is
Sure.
feels really rough. Going back to how I
Yep.
felt, this entire last 2 minutes of the episode, it's fun. This scene looks like this should have been the start of next week's episode. You know, right?
Yeah, instead we have to. It's gotta be now, because otherwise, how will we know that there's
Yeah,
something else left for next week?
this is the ultimate stake. The Minato, this is what our main hero are fighting for. They're trying to save Professor Minato now. This is what it is, you know. Not Ichinose. It would have been way more symbolic / meaningful if Garyon kidnapped his mother and be like, oh hey,
Yeah,
I got
or
you,
something.
Ichinose.
And
You know, hey Renge,
But
I got
nope,
your
we're
grandmother.
just-
Remember?
nope, we're just turning everything into gold, and we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
have a
turning
bunch of dread
Minato into
troopers
gold,
running
you know?
around.
I was like, I understand he's a teacher and he's important to these kids, but hey, look, kids, look, Renge, Rine, Hotoro, you guys still got the rest of your life to find another adult figure in your life, you know? You don't have to just worry about Minato, you know? Right?
Yeah.
Rine, you might still have a parent somewhere, you know, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, Minato is gonna become golden next week. It's the season finale or some shit. Oh, whatever.
Yep.
We're almost free. Anyway, let's check out this week's blog. Blog post to see what the fuck they said. It's going on. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see, because the last 3 episodes were written by 3 scriptwriters. Insane. Don't know why they decided to do
What?
that. It should have been one you.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Right.
What an insane
at
thing to
least-
fucking admit to.
Right? At least they admit that at least all 3 of them were in the same room and wrote this thing together. I still don't think that's a good idea. I think you should just have one scriptwriter and have the other 2 be co-writers, you know, right? Giving each of them their own independent credit is insane. Just have one be the main guy that says, I got the plans, you 2 help me fill in the bits so we can get to this, you know, right? That's what they should have been done, you know. Right?
I really hate this like grid that they had to show for what they went like for how they went around designing the new suits for the power-ups. It's the fact that they have to make a chart like this feels just really frustrating.
From what's the difference between
Twilight
for what they're
Majade
trying to
and
do?
Valvarad Kuragane, it's like
Yeah.
the fact that these have like an entire paragraph added is so fucking oh god, it's so much text.
Hey, at least unlike Majade, you know, at least Valvarad Kuragane is a completely original suit. You know,
Yeah,
right?
I guess, yeah.
Is that better or is that worse? That's up to you to decide. You know,
Should
right?
we have tried a little bit harder on this new thing? Yes. Did we not have the time to? Yes.
Right. Let's see. Okay, they both have new songs. I don't know. Sure, why not? Yeah, I get drunk. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh, is there more name puns? Oh fuck. All right. The name Gotchard comes from Gotcha.
Valvarad comes from Barabara, like Barbarad. Which, hey, we love our V's, our B's here. English is great. The names of the 3 writers are taken from onomatopoeia.
I gotta love those name puns, you know. Right.
Yeah.
And destroy things into pieces of patcher.
What? Sure. Fuck it. Sure. Except it's not black steel, it's silver. It's silver. You didn't give us black steel, you gave us silver. Chrome, even.
Yeah. Yeah, look. Valvarad has always been just a dirty homeless warrior.
I mean, yeah.
The comment section,
yeah.
Valvarad has always been just a homeless warrior. But now that he's Kuragane, he finally got an apartment and a job, you know? That is what's Valvarad Karagani represents.
Look, even you can get yourself cleaned up, okay? Hey, it's just like a fucking Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. Sometimes you're stuck in a bathroom, locking the door, holding your son, so that you can have a place to sleep at night. The next minute, you solve a Rubik's Cube in a rich white man's taxi cab, and he goes, "Oh, hey, I'll give you a job."
Let's see. This guy. This guy was already in the episode. The guy that
that's
played
what I said. Yeah, I'm saying I looked at.
Huh.
Again, at the beginning of episode 32, so he might have been fucking beaten, like, immediately afterwards, but yeah.
Yeah, let's see, Okay, yeah, we're done with Spawner and Laxus's story arc.
She's dead. She's dead now.
Yeah. In fact, before the production began on the Final 3 episode, Matsura, I think this is the head writer of the show, consulted Laxus actor who plays that. Hey, I don't think you should be asking the actor what role you should be. What do you want
I would like her. Hey, I would like my character. What would I like from? What do I want her to be? Not dead. I would like my character to not be dead.
Yeah. But I don't know why you would. I mean, ask like, look, the actor is not a story writer on the show. She doesn't know what the fuck her character. What you were. This is insane. Why would you ask her that? You can ask her, hey, well, what are your thoughts? But I don't think you should ask her for like, hey, what should we do? You know, this is boy. Okay, that's insane. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't make her go poof into dust because she actually turned into a human. Okay, sure.
Oh, this man is insane. They wanted to leave Lax's body behind.
Just means that we still have to find a way to dispose of this body.
It's fucking great. Oh my god, that's fucking great. That they were just gonna leave Lax's body like that and everyone walked off. You know, at least dig a hole.
Spawner had to go dig that hole by himself.
Let's see. One of the main recurring theme of Gotchard is youth versus old. Was this? Hey, look, it's Gen Z versus baby boomers, you know, right?
I guess.
You know, and look, oh boy, that would make so much sense. You know, Garyon thinks that gold is the future, you know, but Ichiro says no, you don't understand.
It's crypto. You gotta trade NFTs. Trade these NFTs. Trading cards are non-fungible tokens.
Oh my god, this is insane! When they fucking said youth versus old age, this is great. No, it's literally value of gold versus NFT. That's amazing. Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Also, somehow by transmuting the 99% of the Philosopher's Stone absorbed from the 3 Abyssalisk Kings with Eldragon. Okay, but how did you make Eldragon, though? How did you just make Eldragon? You say the 99%, but you didn't have 99% when you made the dragon. It would be like you used, just based off of the numbers, right? You used 66% from Germain and Gaelia's parts, and then the remaining 33% made the driver?
I guess, is that right? I guess. I guess that means at that point that he just made 1%. He went through the couch or something. And said, oh hey, I found the missing 1%. I found it, right. Yeah, I guess that's what it means. Oh boy, oh man, I don't like this ending. I don't like this final bullet point. You know, the final clash of moving forward Gotcha and the shining forever gold, you know, right? Oh boy, hey, man, I hope someone shining in gold shows up to save the day. You know, right?
Hey, man, I mean, that'd be pretty funny if Legend showed
up. Oh yeah, man, it would really just be funny if
hold on, I really like the language here translated for the synopsis for the final episode. Minato's goldification plan. I love the idea of it being called a goldification plan. If I go and get my car repainted, is it a goldification plan? What are most paint shops doing in terms of like, hey, tell me about your goldification plan?
Oh, is that a thing you can ask the next time you get your car checkup? You know, right?
Yeah, can I get a can I see the goldification plan to goldify my car? They're like, what the fuck is goldify me? What the fuck are you talking about?
It's favorite. Let's see. Oh, I guess Clotos. Oh yeah, Clotos. Man, I want to take one final look at the chemic. Right, to see what the final card count is, right? To see who holds what. Yeah, man, yeah. I forgot that Clotos still has all these random Repakemi cards, I guess. Sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
she'll use for whatever reason. Nobody is going to do
anything. She does have to share them. She does have to share them with her sister now. So
yeah,
you know,
she's the ultimate. Yeah, she's now the ultimate user of the Dread Driver. She doesn't have to swap between anybody else. She's got peace and tranquility.
All right. Hey, look, next week is the final episode. We're almost done, Tariq. You know, right?
Yeah, almost free.
Yeah. Then after this, we can just take we can take a bite of the next Kamen Rider season.
Out of crime,
you know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you wanna say before we end this episode?
Somebody make sure that nobody leaves fucking goddamn spawner alone with the Laxus corpse. We don't know what he's gonna do.
Oh yeah, boy. Hey, look. As the kids like to say now, look. I gotta get that Ohio NFT.
I'm just saying, right? Just make sure that he doesn't have a gooning sesh. Is what I'm hearing about.
All right. That's it. That's this week's episode. Okay, thanks. Bye. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, right? And I got an ad in front of it. I'm not sure there's a coincidence, but it was to fly United Airlines, right? I mean, be like, hey, you want to go on vacation?
Yeah, I mean,
go an airline, you know, right?
I like United. United's pretty good. They have
right.
More
Right. So that was the problem, right? I was like, all right, it was an ad for United, right? It was, except it was an ad for United for Australia, all right? At first, it got me. I was thinking there was just an ad for United, right? It'd be like Fly United, you know, or something. But they didn't know.
Fly United to Australia.
Yeah. So I guess yeah. It was. Then the rest of the ad was just. It turned out was an ad to go to Australia, right? Okay. And I thought, like, oh, this is not an ad for United Airlines. This is an ad for Australia. But I guess Australia, like the whole country, they made like a deal with United.
It's like a tourism. It's like a tourism ad and also an airplane ad, and they just
right. So I guess So I guess United is the number one carrier, the airplane carrier to Australia. I guess, right? But that's not my problem. Where I'm trying to lead in to this, right? The problem was the ad itself, you know, right? So it just isn't a bunch of stuff like visit the stupid fortune cookie house, go check out our beaches, you know, right?
Yeah.
And then it started listing a bunch of dumb stuff you could do in Australia, right? That you probably cannot do in whatever bumfuck third world country or first world country, depending on whatever healthcare your country has.
Yeah, I mean, with no nationalized healthcare, we are a third world country.
Right. Yeah. So then it just started listing stuff, right? And then it got to a bit where I think it was probably listed in the worst order possible, right? It was go explore the wildlife of Australia, which I like. All right, you got me there. Australia does have beautiful wildlife, you know, right?
I mean, it has some, and it also has some terrifying ones.
Yep, yeah. That's what I would lead to. Because then the next thing in the list was pet a koala. I was like, boy, I don't think that should be the next thing you should list.
No,
right?
It's really, I think it's funny that, okay, so was it just koalas that set things off, or did it get worse?
No, I think it was just koalas, because then it said something as I did. But I felt like that was like the worst possible order for you to go. Like, you can't just go from visit the wildlife to pet an animal. You know, I was like, oh man.
Well, But also, it's a specific animal that now lives infamously on the internet for having venereal diseases. Like I was gonna say,
Right.
it's amazing how much like an unintended consequence of the internet has been the public downfall and slut shaming of the koala, because it's just like, listen, just a fun fact for everyone to know and never forget about: koalas have chlamydia. Koalas have chlamydia. Koalas have. Hey, remember that time that One Direction went out there and like pet a koala, and they're like, "Ooh, he's gonna have chlamydia now." Koalas have chlamydia. The koala bears used to be one of the most beloved like stuffed animal, like, you know, sort of like cuddly, like perceived like animals on the world, and now they are forever known as the disease-ridden, not actually a bear, bears of the world.
Right, but it was just like that weird, or like even if it wasn't a koala, right? But the fact that this is just pet an animal after you say visit, it's just an insane bit for me. You know, like I would have been fine with me like visit our Australian zoo, because they have those. You know, it's owned by the Irwins. You know, you Americans love him, right? You know, I'm like, yeah.
I mean,
right? If it was like check out the wildlife, check out the zoo, pet a koala, or like it was like that order, I'll be like, all right, that's more. That seems good, right? Or just any animal in general, like going from visit the wildlife to pet, and it doesn't matter what animal, right? Because I don't, right, like pet whatever animal, right? That's an insane like thing to go to, like imagine like going out to the wild and then immediately Dad goes, yeah, go pet an animal. I was like, pet a wild. I was like, I don't think you should do that. That's a dangerous thing to do, you know, right? If this is not the stupid deer island in Japan, you know, right?
Even then, those deer apparently get fucking aggressive if you don't fucking give them food.
Yeah, they're trained for that. That's what they're raised in now. But yeah, like I was listening to this ad, I was like, man, this is weird. I don't know who asked who in the advertising department, like, yeah, man, this will be a perfect order, you know, right, for our ad. I mean, it got people talking about it. I'm talking about it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
right?
yeah. I mean, it
I
grabbed your
guess
attention.
it worked
It's just,
out, you know.
It just might not have been the attention that they wanted.
Right, but even after this, I was like, I don't want to visit Australia now, because if one of the selling points you have to tell me to do was to go to the wildlife, right, to pet an animal, you know, I was like, I'm fine with checking out the Australian wildlife, you know, right?
Did they,
you know,
did they at least advertise the coral reef?
I actually don't remember they advertised the coral reef. They list a bunch of random stuff you can do, but I don't think. But isn't the coral reef just straight up dead in Australia now?
I mean, it's fucked up.
Human pollution?
It's all fucked up.
Yeah, you know, are they still? Who was the one that was throwing tires into the ocean, thinking that was gonna fix the coral reef? Was that us or Australia?
I don't think that was us.
Oh, tires to fix the coral reef. Was that it? Let's see. Who? Oh, it was Florida. Okay, never mind. Okay,
it was Florida. If it's Florida, that makes sense. Florida's that's a Florida problem. That's not a U.S. problem. That's a Florida problem.
Oh, good. Let's see. So this project started in 2007 when they dumped. Did it say how much? Well, they did not say how many times, but according to this last update, by November 2019, after they realized what a bad fucking idea it was, only 1/3 of the tire in the ocean that they threw into the ocean have been removed.
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ. Let's see. And apparently, but as of November 2019, so it's been 5 years, so maybe the number has changed. They were removing around 2,000 to 5,000 tires per week. Jesus, boy. In 2009, 72,000 tires has been taken off from the ocean.
Oh Jesus! How do we get?
How many fucking tires are we throwing?
Yeah, how many more are left?
How much tires were thrown to the? It was 35 acres of old. Oh wait, up to 2 million tires were thrown into the ocean.
Jesus!
What the fuck?
All right, well,
Man.
how do we not have a tire shortage? Fuck a gas shortage.
What the fuck is this? Oh my god, this is such an interesting thing that I'm not actually. Because I keep seeing posts about this online. People always post, but they don't post enough context. Like, this is even worse. What the fuck? Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, hey, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, hey, don't worry about going to Australia. Just go to your backyard and pet wild animals in your backyard. It's, it's
Ignore
the
the whole thing of
experience.
deer ticks. You'll be fine.
Right? Hey, pet a bear,
Yeah,
right?
Lyme disease, that sounds delicious to me.
Especially during winter, hey, that's the best time to pet a bear, during winter, because they're asleep, they won't notice, right?
They'll
won't
just
notice
lay there. They're nice and cuddly and pacified. You can just snuggle up to one.